Good afternoon, Mayor and Council. My name is Erin Averbuck, and I recently ran for Council in Ward 14. I'm here to speak on behalf of the almost 10,000, maybe more, people that I spoke with during my campaign. The number one issue I heard from residents was blanket rezoning. Loud and clear across Ward 14, people were not just concerned about the policy itself, they were rightfully angry with the process. Next slide. In 2024, en masse, citizens raised legitimate issues about traffic, transit, parking, infrastructure, architectural designs, and service capacity. These were reasonable and practical concerns from people who would actually live with the consequences of these decisions. All they asked for was thoughtful growth. But as we all know, their voices did not matter. Their participation had no impact at all. And people were rightfully pissed. Presenting a false democratic test to Calgarians when the decision was already made was rude at best. It fundamentally eroded trust and was an abhorrent waste of time and money. Then painting those that opposed it as selfish, fearful, or anti-housing and casually branding them as NIMBYs, like caring about your neighborhood, is a character flaw. It's not. Next slide. Citizens have the right to question policy and have a voice in decisions that affect their communities. Trust and confidence collapsed in City Hall, and this new council has a duty to restore it. Every one of you campaigned to either repeal, amend, or reform blanket rezoning. Your constituents are watching. Next slide. Repealing blanket rezoning is a step towards restoring trust. The input from these hearings and the thousands of voices documented in 2024 must be part of the amendments. Council, whether repeal must come first or amendments can happen without it, get on with it. Calgarians insist this be done efficiently and effectively. The time and resources already poured into this exercise could undeniably be better used elsewhere. Next slide. If the purpose of blanket rezoning was to avoid all rezoning applications coming before council, then define the rules and replace that scrutiny with transparent standards. Address parking in a way that reflects access to rapid transit, establish clear architectural design controls, and ensure core infrastructure is healthy enough to support added density in older neighborhoods. If the goal was to create affordable housing, then make sure it's affordable housing. If the argument was that it was necessary to unlock federal funds, then City Hall should look inwards, govern leaner, cut your own red tape, and get your own house in order before selling blanket rezoning to Calgarians who didn't order it. And the pace of bureaucracy should be under immediate review. If the City of Calgary can suddenly accelerate a major water feeder main replacement from 4 years to 1 year, that tells us very clearly there's plenty of room to improve internal processes and delivery times across the board. Next slide. Now I want to speak to the larger issue underneath all of this. Council is elected by and reports to the people. Administration reports to council and is hired to implement council's direction. That is the structure. That is the corporate order. And when that order appears reversed, an administration's agenda carries more weight than the voice of the people, it becomes a governance issue. If council feels more pressure to answer to administration than to its own shareholders, then we are demanding that council reassert control over the structure of our city. And if that does not happen, we will demand that council establish a succession plan for its only employee and replace that leadership with someone who understands and respects the structure. This is not personal, Mr. Duckworth, wherever you are. This is accountability. Administration does not hold more influence over the direction of Calgary than the citizens who fund it and the council elected to represent them. Council, this hearing is your opportunity to prove that City Hall understands who it works for. Repeal, repair, restore. You were elected to be the voice of the people, not the shield for administration. And it's your duty to correct the ship.